Welcome to the Cash Flow Couple Podcast, where we go behind the scenes in our short-term rental business and reveal tips, tricks, secrets, successes, and failures. Whether you have 0 units or 100 units, this podcast is for you. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Wendy Williams, along with my husband, John Williams. Together, we operate Queen City Suites, a short-term rental business here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Welcome back to the podcast, and this is a special edition of the podcast.
Special episode?
That's right. Super special.
Super duper special.
Super duper special. Super double probation.
Super double secret. That's right. What's that from? That's from Animal House.
Oh God, that's
probably
right.
People listening to this that have never seen Animal House.
Oh my goodness, what a great movie! Of course, you're dating yourself now.
Well, I wasn't. That's even older than me.
Well, that's true.
I've just seen the movie.
It's one of your favorites.
Yeah, well, it's a classic.
It is. It is.
Everybody should see Animal House, so you get the references.
So, this week, and actually lots of weeks before this week, we have been working on a super double special project, and we can finally announce it because it is finally ready. Would you like to do the honors?
Well, up to this point, we created the 5 steps to your first short-term rental, which is still at thecashflowcouple.com/start. So if you go there, you'll still see that. But now you'll see that you can actually click through that page and find the new project we've been working on. And this one I think is going to be really awesome. So what it is instead of us putting together a giant course, like the 5 steps to your first short-term rental is kind of an intro course. It's a mini course. It shows you how we acquire units, how the mindset is and that sort of thing. But we kind of wanted to go beyond that because a lot of the things that, at least things that I've been through, you get a course, you kind of watch the material, but then that's kind of it. Like you're on your own to figure it all out. You're on your own to...
You mean like training?
Yes.
As far as training is concerned?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, I can watch the course and I can go do the stuff, but then you're kind of on your own, right? And so what we decided to do, or we were trying to figure out a way, how can we pair that with ongoing mentorship and interaction and that sort of support without charging thousands of dollars, because it's an investment of time. It really is. And that's mostly what you see in larger courses that are more comprehensive, that have back-end support and all that kind of thing. Usually you're spending thousands of dollars to be a part of that. And that's a large barrier to entry to a lot of people. And even then, oftentimes it's not very... It's what's the right word? You said it the other day.
Impersonal.
It's very impersonal. Yeah.
Like you don't know who you're talking to.
Right. And it's somebody at the front of the room kind of talking at you.
Right.
Right. It's a guru at the front that knows the information, and everybody else is just kind of there to hear from that person. And we didn't really want that either. So what we decided to do was actually create a community around this. So we did create a course. We did create content. But we also created a community to go along with it. And instead of charging a big one-time fee, we decided to make it a subscription service. So as of this recording, it's $59 per month to be a part of it. You'll get the full course content, but you also get access to the community and our regularly scheduled live calls that we're going to do so that we can support you in the material that you're learning or support you in your short-term rental business. And this group and this community is... I
really like that word, community.
Yes, we explained that kind of in the intro to this, is it's not... if you treat it like a Facebook group, you're going to be disappointed.
Right, because it's not just...
If you treat it like a course, you're going to be disappointed. It's really meant to be... Our vision for this is more of a community. And to sweeten the deal, we're going to let you come in for free. So yes, there's a $59 a month charge, but the first month you can join, you can sign up, you can come in free, check it all out, see if it's for you. See if you want, this is a community that you want to be a part of. And then if it works for you, great. If it doesn't, no hard feelings. But that to me is a lot better than spending a big chunk of change up front, not knowing really what I'm going to get other than the slick advertising I watched, or the opposite, which is kind of watching YouTube videos or going in all these other groups. And there are hundreds of them. And I know because Wendy is like members of at least 50.
At least.
Airbnb Hosts United and
discussion.
Yes, VRBO discussion, and
I mean, there's many.
A ton of them in there, and what they tend to be are
I don't know anybody in there.
Right? It's just kind of a hodgepodge of people. Some of it's like people venting. Some of it's people advertising to you for something.
Yes.
Some of it's people that aren't doing really what you're doing, and so you don't know what's good advice and what's bad advice.
See, and that right there, you just touched on it.
And so that, yeah, but I can attest that I am a part of other groups that aren't that way, but I paid big money to be in them because I bought a huge course to be in it. And so they do exist, but there's a giant paywall. And so what's different about this is you don't have that giant paywall. You don't have a big upfront cost. In fact, you can come in for free for a month and consume most of the content and interact with us and interact with others. And it's for people that want to build professional short-term rental businesses on the platforms, Airbnb, HomeAway, VRBO, but also direct, all these things that we talk about in the podcast. And we're going to know each other. It's going to be a community, not a Facebook group where you just go post, or not a course that you just go watch, or anything like that. It's a community. And that's the vision for what we're doing.
Yeah, that's my favorite part. Because that's really what we were looking for is a group of, we wanted to put together our own tribe of people who are looking to start and grow their own short-term rental business, and they may be new, maybe people that come into the group don't have any units yet, but they're interested in setting up this business, this type of business, or maybe they have a couple of units and they just need some help learning how to run it professionally because they're looking to scale.
Yeah, and that's the training part. That's why we're bringing that training in.
And what's interesting about the training is that it's so much information and there's so much to know that if it's given to you all at once, it's really overwhelming.
It can be, yeah.
Because you're like, oh my God, where do I even start?
Yeah, so we've made it very structured and organized, and
because I'm a former teacher, and it has to be that way.
Yes, and it comes to you weekly, so you get new content every week. So when you first join, you'll see that, hey, there's all this content, and I only have available to me the first part of it, and that's for a reason. It's because consume that, come to the group, let's interact, let's learn, let's talk about that stuff. And then each week we'll kind of have a theme. So every week you will get new content released to you. And it also gives us a chance to, as we get feedback about the content and, hey, I wish this was in there, I wish that was in there. And then we can add that so that new people that come in the group get the benefit of that feedback. So that's part of our thinking as well. And so I think that's going to be super huge as far as you progressing, and because we want to see people succeed, and we want to have a community of people that are kind of all going in the same direction, even though a lot of us may have different goals, may have different reasons, but we're all going in the same direction. And the content gives us kind of a structure around, here's what we do, here's the basics, here's the even more advanced stuff. of how we have built our business. So you will eventually get, as you go through that entire content, our entire plan and how we actually set up, operate, locate, day-to-day, everything. But then in the group, you will also have a chance to interact and ask questions. And we're doing regularly scheduled calls so we can all get live and know each other and see our faces and help each other.
Right. So they're going to be on Zoom.
Yes. So for now, we're doing those on Zoom. It's a very popular platform. It works very well. But I use it for a lot of the communicate. We use it in our business. We use it for a lot of the groups that we're in that are run very well. And this will be very similar to that. So you will have the chance to not only just buy some course, which you don't even have to buy because it's free to get in, but you'll also have the ability to get access to not only us, but anybody else in the group that has a business or has a question or something else that you will benefit from. And so that's going to be one of the biggest pieces of value to this group, really, is the community of it. Right.
And that's really what we were going for. I mean, we didn't want to just put out a course and have it just be out there and not have any support to go along with it, because that's just so impersonal. We really wanted to create our own tribe and be able to establish relationships with people, because that is really what we enjoy most, is watching people succeed in doing the same things that we love to do, because we love hosting people. We love running a short-term rental business. It is our passion.
Yeah. And if you think about it, it's hospitality, and hospitality is about relationship.
It really is.
So why would you have a product that's very impersonal, teaching hospitality, right?
It's beautiful.
So that's kind of our thinking. And again, it's free. I mean, you could come in for free, stay if you want, leave if you don't like it. But how many courses are there out there? There aren't many that are, hey, take it and pay us if you like it, right? It's no, pay us up front, and then we might have a guarantee, money back guarantee or something like that. But even then, you still got to put this big chunk of change up, So that's not us. That's not who we are. And we're really all about the community of it. So take advantage of this.
Yeah, for sure. Because it will grow as we go along, and as we get more members in there, it will really become like a family atmosphere.
Right.
So, and that's really what we're after.
So tell people how they can join. We said, hey, come do it. Now there's people out there saying, hey, that sounds awesome. Tell us how.
Go to thecashflowcouple.com.
Yep. Right on the regular upfront webpage.
Put in your name and your email address, and it will direct you to the page where you can get access to that.
Yes. It's that simple. Thecashflowcouple.com.
It's just that simple.
Just go there and submit the form, look at it, see if it looks like something that's for you, and we'd love to have you. And in fact, we've said, hey, come be our guest.
That's right. We sure did.
And that's really how we want to think of this, is come be our guest.
Right.
Come be our guest in this community. Try it out. I think you'll really get a lot of value out of the content, even if you just stay for the month, right? But we hope you'll stay around longer. I mean, that's kind of the whole point, is to build a community,
right? And
those relationships.
Right. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's going to be a beautiful thing, and we're very, very excited about it. I'm personally excited about having friends that we can talk to.
Yeah.
That's really...
So this is a ploy for Wendy to get friends. Come join Wendy's fraternity. We should just change the name.
It's my sorority.
It's a Wendy's sorority. Sorry, fraternities are guys, right? Wendy's sorority.
Come be our friend.
Can I be in your sorority?
I guess. Can I put on makeup?
Yeah, sure.
You got pretty eyes.
But yeah, seriously, come on in and get to know us. And if we can help you, we will. That's kind of the whole idea, is to help others do what we're doing and beyond.
Exactly. And maybe one day we'll get to meet in person. Wouldn't that be fun?
That would.
It would be so great to be able to actually have a meetup at a short-term rental.
Yes.
That's how I envision the future being.
Yes.
Is we'll all get together maybe once or twice a year, and we'll meet up someplace warm because it's cold here right now.
At somebody's short-term rental.
And get to know each other and like face to face.
Yep. Strategize and say, what do we do? And how do we build our businesses better and collaborate?
And maybe bring in speakers and.
Sure. So now you get insight into how excited we are about this
right?
and where we see it going.
Yes.
But first we need community members.
Right.
So come be a part of our community. If you're interested in the short-term rental business at all, if you have one now, if you're wanting to get started, if you just need information, don't go buy a big expensive course. Try this first.
Yes.
Come on in, totally free for the first month, and we think you'll like it.
Yep. Sure enough. So we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for listening to another exciting episode of the Cash Flow Couple. If you found value in this episode, please subscribe to our podcast wherever you listen. We're on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, virtually anywhere you might find a podcast, whatever podcast player you're listening on now. Hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out. It helps other people find us. It helps us move up in the rankings. If you did not know, we also have a YouTube channel. It's The Cash Flow Couple. All of our episodes go there. But as well, we also put other video content that is not part of the podcast. You can find us on Facebook at The Cash Flow Couple. We go live there quite a bit. We share tips, tricks, things that are behind the scenes in our business that you may not see on the podcast, but it's definitely more of a real-time, day-to-day type experience. So definitely follow us on Facebook. If you want to ask us questions, or if you have concerns or something you want to hear on the podcast, hit us up by email, info@thecashflowcouple.com. We love to hear from our audience. We really care about you guys. We want to see you succeed, and we want to hear what you have to say. So hit us up, info@thecashflowcouple.com. So until next time, happy hosting, happy investing, and we'll see you on the next episode of The Cash Flow Couple.